explain to people what's going on. We
All
haven't
right,
done that.
so
Usually we do that.
Yeah, I know, but I felt like that was a good hook.
Or we could just keep it. We could keep it casual this time.
Keep it casual.
We can not do the normal stuff.
You know, if you're new here and you have no idea what's going on, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. We don't need to explain things to you. We don't need to hold your hand every episode. So, but this is one half of the show. If you're watching this on YouTube anyway, after this half, you're gonna have to go over to Paul's channel. It's quite inferior. I hate to say it, but there's still some decent stuff on there. But it's Paul's Hardware, youtube.com/Paul's Hardware. You can also find the link in the description of my video here. If you're watching this on Twitch, just stay on Twitch. It's going to be streamed throughout the entirety.
You get all the dirty bits in the middle too.
Yes, you do. While we go PP and stuff. But we have shirts and stuff that we want to sell you, and so you can buy things and give us money. But we will be giving you something back in return. It's a fair mutual exchange. We call it bartering. And you can buy stuff, goods on my website. I've got a mug, I've got a glass, I've got shirts and stuff.
Merchandising.
The glasses are really fun, so I've been told. My brother-in-law just bought some. He says they're
these
pretty
glasses,
solid.
which we still don't have. Have you asked John for these?
No, I have not. I've been super busy, so that's not
The
like
closest
at
we
the
can
top
do
of the
is like
priority list.
talk about on the show.
Yeah.
And I know he watches sometimes. I don't expect John.
John,
to watch
if you're
all
watching,
the show.
just send them to me.
But if he is, this will be the test.
Yes.
If John has watched today's show, if some of these just show up in the mail.
Love you, Jim.
In fairness, I think he's sent me like 3 emails now that I haven't replied to. So
Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry, John.
Yeah,
really,
we're both sorry. We're bad.
I'm gonna catch up on all my emails tomorrow.
We're bad correspondents.
That's what I always say.
You can also buy stuff on
I have
Paul's.
a store too, paulshardware.net, or paulshardware.net/store. Hoodies.
Either one will do.
Have a few ladies cut tees and hoodies and mugs, pink glasses.
Yeah.
All good stuff.
Yeah.
Fun.
So if you buy something from both of our stores, you'll actually get a small kickback from our guy John, which will be automatic. You won't see it at checkout, but it will happen. You'll save a bit of money on shipping there. Oh yeah, I think I also have $10 off on hoodies.
Oh yeah,
right
$10
now.
off hoodies.
So if it's cold where you live and you want to represent, go ahead and pick one of those up as well.
Pretty much the only way you can keep warm.
Basically, there is no alternative. So let's jump into our first segment and dive right into the news, starting with hot and heavy hardware. We've got quite a few hardware stories to talk about. The first of which, by the way, I see some of you guys donating, thank you very much. We will be replying and answering any comments that you attach to that donation at the end of the show. So just keep sending me money, and we will reply to all of you by the end of it.
Wait.
What?
Cheers.
Cheers to the new year. Cheers to all of you. Cheers to my car not blowing up. Me excited.
Agreed. Delicious.
So the first story.
Oh, also one other thing.
What?
Just to point out, one positive thing to your car breaking down.
I might get a new one.
You don't have to drive.
That's true.
Just saying.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, Hexus.net article.
Being 11 again. All right, so this is Hexus. Yes, thank you. About Asus's new ZenBooks, apparently being the thinnest ZenBooks ever.
It looks the same.
Which who cares, right?
It looks the same.
They're ZenBooks, whatever. But these ones have pretty decent, relatively decent discrete graphics. So the UX 430 is going to have a what is it? Oh yeah, GeForce 940 MX discrete card, or discrete GPU, I should say, which isn't too impressive. But the UX 530 will have a GTX 950 GPU in it, which for a laptop of this size, which literally is no thicker than 17 millimeters, it's incredibly thin, at 1.63 kilograms. It's also super light, so portability up the wazoo here. But with the GTX 950, I mean, 950 is not like it's like meh. But when you're like packing it in something like this, it's at least you can do some really light gaming on the 1080p screen there. 100% sRGB and all that stuff. Good color gamut. 9 hours of battery life. USB Type-C. So if you guys are looking for something that's a little bit more on the portable side, you're not doing too heavy gaming on it, and you're just doing some light editing or word processing, general day-to-day tasks, and you don't want to buy an Apple, what is it called? Their MacBook Air?
MacBook Pro?
MacBook Oxygen?
Air?
No, the really thin one like that. This is like a response to the Air, I believe.
I believe it's the MacBook Paper.
Yeah.
Because it's like a piece of paper.
Yes, exactly. That definitely sounds like something Apple would brand themselves
Apple paper?
But it would just be a sheet of paper with an Apple logo on it that they'd sell for like $9.99. Just one piece of paper.
I'd totally buy that. When's that coming out?
The Apple paper. You can pre-order it right now.
Sold.
We'll be right back.
Signing up.
So that's there's no pricing or availability on when that's coming. Launching Q2 in the UK. So I would imagine also US availability comes around that time. I like how it's got USB Type-C that supports display out. That's kind of cool.
That is nice. That's a convenient
yeah.
feature to have.
It is.
I hope there's more monitors that support that coming out.
Yeah.
They're portable that you can take with you.
Definitely.
That'd be cool. I'd like to have that.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'd
So
buy that right now.
pre-ordered.
I bet they do have that.
Next step, we've got the Mushkin. Did you guys know that Mushkin makes keyboards now?
I just like saying Mushkin.
Mushkin.
Mushkin. Another Hexus article.
Might not be my favorite memory vendor, but definitely my favorite company to say.
Didn't know that they made keyboards, but who doesn't these days?
I know.
It appears to be a very easy market to like jump into because like everyone has a keyboard.
Yeah.
Like
G-Skill, Patriot.
Gigabyte, like
Gigabyte?
I mean,
Whoa.
wow. Hero just
That was a hero.
Hero's over there eating small kittens because that's what he does, and he just kind of coughed up on one a little bit.
It was a hairball.
Boy,
His
boy, Hero.
Hero's hairballs are just
Boy.
full cats.
Yeah, the cat is
Just the cat head.
cat's sitting over there. Yeah.
He looks so innocent too. So yes, this is a very easy market for a lot of tech vendors to get into, especially those that are tied to the PC gaming hardware sector. Mushkin was actually showing off their brand new keyboard at CES this year, which Paul and I did not get a chance to see. But apart from SSDs and memory, of course, they're branching out to gaming peripherals with their Carbon KB001. It's CNC milled with aircraft grade. I made a rant on this about this on Twitter briefly.
You did?
I just tweeted. I was like, why are they saying space grade materials on everything now? Everything is made with space grade or aircraft grade materials. You don't see NASA like saying that like their rockets share the same DNA with RGB gaming ones. You know, it's not mutually exclusive. It doesn't. I think it's a marketing ploy that.
Steven from
Gamers Nexus.
Gamers Nexus.
Yes.
Hallowed be his name. He took the extra step of like asking them which grade of aluminum, because there's apparently
awesome.
like I had no idea.
I didn't either.
He's a smart person, so he's like, which
Just
grade of aircraft grade aluminum are you using?
Yeah.
'Cause
Like 60395
it's easy
or
to look up too. I
60398.
googled it. There's like 4 or 5 of those. Oh, there's different numbers that for different parts of the plane they can be used in or something like that.
All the marketing reps like,
It's like, no. Probably the least expensive one to still call it aircraft grade aluminum.
Yeah, exactly.
Or aluminium for anyone who's watching
Aluminium
from
Yes,
overseas.
Luke's very particular about that.
Yeah.
Aluminium.
I acquiesce to him on that one because it's actually true.
Mhm.
It should be aluminium. But I don't care. I'm going to call it aluminum.
If you ever want to trigger Luke, just call it aluminum.
Aluminum.
You're like this aluminum can. Go ape shit on you. All right.
So,
Keys.
everyone should buy this.
You should buy. It's got kale switches. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Kales.
Some people don't mind kales. Some people are like, all hail the kales.
Might as well use rubber domes. I mean, right?
Ooh,
Right?
low blow.
I'm just kidding. Kales are perfectly adequate.
They're decent. They're better than membranes, I would say. If you're super used to cherries, then cherry MX switches, then you might not be a huge fan. Might be a little let down in that area, but it does feature per key RGB lighting, which keyboard doesn't these days. But those red grills on the side are bothering me. I don't like red accents. I don't like any color accents. I don't want to discriminate. Any color accents, yeah. If you're gonna have RGB lighting, make the rest of the keyboard color neutral. There's a permanent small wrist rest area. 104 key, full key rollover and all that stuff. $70 though. For a keyboard that looks like that, they're $70.
That's a good price.
It's mechanical switches. They're not Cherry MX, but $70.
That's a good price.
It's good for someone who's just looking into getting a mechanical keyboard for the first time, who isn't already like used to Cherry MX switches.
Who's ever enjoyed the supple, nuance of the Cherry MX switch?
When you press it, it's just like
the tactile feel as you get the clicky or non-clicky, depending on which color you get.
Yeah, switchgasm.
Down.
Get a little switchgasm.
Smooth travel up and down the shaft of the
shaft of the stem.
to press. Yeah.
The shaft of that.
I ran out of key switch terms to use.
that was
Okay,
good.
here you either need to poke your head up so that people can see you, or you need to move so I can sit where I'm supposed to sit.
Here,
for the
look.
turn left.
Look up here. Look at mine.
Up.
You're actually inviting him to jump on your lap?
Yeah, and he doesn't want to.
He's like,
Usually he's all about
how much does he weigh?
up.
Is he like 150 pounds?
95.
95. Okay, that's still a lot.
He's dense.
still
though.
heavy.
He's a dense boy.
He's all muscle. He's pure muscle.
Yes.
He's got those mad gains, bro.
You could carry,
Doesn't he?
you could carry a human being in half, couldn't you?
Yeah, he's so endearing. So adorable.
Alright, here, I'll go
All right.
lie down. Go to your bed.
Let's talk about the next story, which is about NZXT. NZXT, have you noticed that they've been just like adding purple to all their stuff?
Yeah, well, it's the color of royalty.
Yes,
Obviously.
And, I should say, like, oh, Your Honor NZXT is adding all the purple things to all their cases, and even beyond that. So the S340 and the H440, both very popular cases, have been given a white and purple treatment,
Oh, that's
as
lovely.
you can see from one of the pictures in this article. The S340 and maybe even the H440 now is like over 2 years old at this point.
Wow.
So the fact that they're still
Practically ancient.
the fact that they're still reinventing and doing things with this case means that they're selling still really well, especially with the Elite. I think the Elite kind of sparked new life into the S340 for sure. I don't believe the S340 Elite though is offered in white and purple, which is kind of a bummer.
That's sad.
But still, if you ever wanted, all the dreams that you've had of having a white and purple themed system can now be made that much more accessible.
Let's watch Dimitri's commercial.
Yes. Well, this is actually, it's an NZXT commercial featuring Dimitri, from what it looks like.
It's a
NZXT branded.
NZXT commercial that
That he was
they paid
commissioned
Dimitri to make for
Yeah.
NZXT.
Yeah, exactly. I like little.
I like his stop motion. Like, when did he start doing stop motion?
It's you probably got it from Ash Taylor.
He's
Ash Taylor
got
does some really good shit like that.
Oh, really?
But that was also on very much on point.
Well, that's well done.
It is.
Well done. See, if I could produce quality material like this, I would feel comfortable charging a company to like make an advertisement for them or something.
Yeah.
That's so professional.
It was.
And yet snarky and you know it's like puck it, which is kind of like saying fuck it,
Yeah.
which is a bad word.
We all know what you're trying to do. We know
Yep.
what you're doing, Dimitri. We see you. We see you. And
Trying to make us all think the word fuck.
we raise you to things.
Yeah. Fuck,
You're-
fuck you, Dimitri.
Your move. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
you, dude.
How about that?
Fuck you. Fuck.
Just so pissed off now. I gotta try to what to do.
We love you, Dimitri. I want to fondle your balls.
It's supposed to be. Thing you think.
Only because you have.
Supposed to
Already.
be something
It's
you,
just not
you,
fair.
You think but don't say, Kyle.
Oh, well, you know, kind of made me.
All right.
All right.
What's
So
next?
So it's, next up is hands-on with the Acer Predator X21. This is the first
21X, I believe. 21X.
21X. Sorry, I have dyslexia today. The world's first screen laptop or curved screen. Actually, all laptops have screens. The world's first curved screen laptop with ultra-wide 21-inch G-Sync monitor, 120 Hz up to 120 Hz G-Sync display at 2560 by 1440. Features a full-fledged mechanical keyboard, dual GTX 1080s. It's huge, it's heavy as shit, has a battery life of potato, and requires 2 battery bricks. Clearly a desktop replacement here.
2
and
battery bricks.
Not a laptop.
This comes in this ultra portable, like, it's a very durable case. I mean, if you're gonna ship it, and,
Well, yeah.
you need, and it's so
It's
heavy.
like in a Pelican case, probably.
It's so heavy you don't want to take it carry on. Like that, it's nice that it comes with the case.
But you could never take this thing to like a Starbucks. It's like it's like the Project Valerie from Razer. Like there's no way that this is really that portable. This is even less portable than Project Valerie because it's just so massive in even thickness. It's like 3 inches thick, practically. It's got a ton of connectivity. It's basically
I
a
love
desktop
the display.
replacement.
It's 2 full-size display ports and an HDMI. That's cool.
Like the only time you wouldn't be talking shit on this thing is when you're actually gaming on it, because that's probably when it shines the most. With the 21:9 monitor, 2 GTX 1080s. However, that being said,
Picks up those
you know how
fingerprints.
expensive this thing is?
$9 grand.
It's $9,000.
Yeah.
Looked at my notes. Good job.
No, I looked at the headline of the article.
Oh.
Or no, sorry, the sub-headline.
Oh well, sub headline. Whoever reads that?
It's only
So
slightly
this is
smaller
$9,000, and obviously for $9,000 you could build a way better system, plus a better monitor, better peripherals, just everything decked out. $9,000. I don't even have a setup that's that expensive.
What is this part here?
That looks like it could be.
It looks like HAL.
It's the eye tracking.
Oh, okay.
Eye tracking, so you can like use your eyes to like play games.
Whatever?
Yeah, Mobi, Tobii,
Okay.
Tobii, whatever, Tobii eye tracking. That's probably what it is. So you got a Core i7 Kaby Lake processor in there, 32 gigs of desktop desktop grade DDR4. You could upgrade that to 64 gigs. Whatever. It's got a bunch of shit. Yeah, okay. There's a bunch of laptops out there that have lots of cool specs, but for the price that we're talking here, $9,000, that's just a little insane. And for that price, I would also have expected them to have a higher resolution than 2560 by 1440. Even though it's a 21-inch...
2560 by... This is ultra wide? It looks ultra
Or, I'm sorry, 2560 by 1080.
2560 by 1080.
But instead, like, you probably wouldn't notice it that much while you're gaming, but just to have more screen real estate when you're not gaming, it would have been nice to have a 3440 by 1440 panel for, I don't know, $9,000. You would think that they would up the pixel count just a little bit. We need those PPIs, guys. Even those PPIs.
Nice.
So that was basically in a nutshell. This thing is ridiculous. You have to admire just how much hardware Acer's packed into it. At the same time, this is practical for so few people with so great a budget.
I feel like because it's not as portable, it would be so much more practical to just build like a little build in a Node 202 or something like that, like a little mini ITX portable build and take a portable monitor.
Yeah, I don't. The only thing I can see this like being used for is if you were really like aggressive, competitive, high-end gamer, but you were like a kid and you had like divorced parents and you like would switch to their houses every week.
Oh, okay.
And so like every week you would go like, from mom's to dad's.
The divorce play in the
and so you don't want to like tear down your entire desktop system, your monitor all the time. So you buy a $9,000 laptop, and it solves everything for you. It's a weird analogy.
Obviously, that's who this was designed for. Acer had a very niche audience in mind, but
yeah.
I think they're gonna sell at least 24 of them.
At least three.
Three?
Least
Three? Okay.
And they'll probably make like all their money back from all the R&D. Let's move on to our next story on that note, which is the rumor mill. Or I'm sorry, next segment, which is the
Next
rumor
segment.
mill. We're talking about rumors here. So everything
Look,
from now.
we have a lower thirds. Let me point out, even though Kyle's car
broke down,
basically transformed, like he actually
into
found
a
out it
pile
was a
of goo.
transformer as he was driving over to my house today.
Turned into Bumblebee.
And he was on the road, and it transformed because there were Decepticons that came in. There was this like epic battle between all of them. But basically,
No,
Kyle's
that was a tow
Kyle's
truck.
car was permanently disabled,
That was a tow truck.
and then the tow truck had to come and tow it away, which is why
It wasn't Decepticon.
we were slightly late today. I mean, Kyle's car had this. It was crazy what happened, but we still made lower thirds for you. Is what I'm kind of saying.
Yeah, Paul was
even though all
very,
that happened.
very ambitious, and that's why we have lower thirds.
Yep.
So in this segment, take everything we say and we're about to say with a grain of salt.
Because they're rumors.
Because they're rumors.
And
We
rumors,
don't know.
by definition, the
We
word
don't know.
rumor, that it means that
It implies that it's from WCCF Tech.
it is possibly of dubious origin.
That
Basically, what is just all your WCCF Tech articles
yeah.
are.
This is
are-
rumor mill every
are-
week now.
Are in the rumor mill.
Basically.
Unless-
no, we
unless
actually
Keith
have,
wrote 'em.
We've got we've got two of them from Guru 3D,
Oh, all right.
which we're probably taking from WCCF Tech anyway. But
They're gonna be offended you put them on the same level. WCCF.
yeah,
Oh, jeez,
what an insult.
awful people.
So this first one comes from WCCF Tech. It's reposted by them from Fox Business. So Fox Business was actually the first one to pick this rumor up, saying that Volta will be launched this year on 12-nanometer FinFET architecture. Now, before you guys go all crazy and lose your minds over
Say
this,
12 nanometer.
yeah, 12-nanometer FinFET. Before you go all crazy and lose your minds over this, we're talking about the supercomputer Vega GPUs. Or, I'm sorry, Volta GPUs, not the graphics card or the gaming sector. So if you
But
guys
there's
were,
clearly a picture of a graphics card here, Kyle.
you're right, and WCCF Tech never
That's
poses
a-
like
that's a
posts a
Titan X.
deceiving picture.
It's a Titan X, not Volta.
They'll never
It's just-
never
it's
post a
just visual.
deceiving picture. This is like their version of clickbait now. It's like whatever picture they post first in their article. So we're not talking about gaming cards right now. We're talking about Volta GPUs that are going to be used in future supercomputers around the world that are going to kick ass in that way. But they're not going to be infiltrating our personal rigs anytime soon. That's probably going to happen sometime in 2018, as reported by NVIDIA. But if you guys feel like you were cheated out of this story because you were hoping for more graphics cards news for gaming and stuff, here's something that you can wrap your minds around. NVIDIA is rumored to roll out a Pascal refresh relatively soon this year. That's going to be taking
a page out of Intel's playbook.
Yeah, exactly. Part of a new GTX 20 series family of products. So we have the 10 series now. I don't think the 20 series works because it adds another syllable to the mix.
2080.
Like, oh yeah, I'm rocking a GTX 2080 Ti. That just sounds stupid.
We already have a GTX 2080 Ti. We don't even have a 1080 Ti right now. I just want to point that out.
Well,
okay.
I think we all know that it's coming. I think it's just a matter of time.
All right,
I think
it
NVIDIA
seems a bit premature to have like a chart here.
Well, yeah, sure.
Talking about how much memory each one has.
Have you never read a WCCF Tech article?
I have.
I'm surprised they don't have like the 8080 Ti is going to have a clock speed
that's gonna be a good card.
Of
it's gonna be
2.9 gigahertz.
It's on the half nanometer process.
Just 0.5.
Yeah. 0.5 nanometers.
Negative 3 nanometer. So what's going on here? The 20 series of GPUs is going to be a Pascal refresh. This is, again, grain of salt. There's talks of an updated GeForce lineup that's going to be faster and cheaper than the 10 series that we currently have. It's probably going to include a refresh of the unannounced GTX 1080 Ti based on the GP102 GPU. And we've also got existing GPUs with mid-range 104 GPUs getting higher clock speeds potentially on their chips, so maybe more fully enabled than what we've seen currently. Possible GDDR5X coming to a 70 series card, as far as like a GTX 1070. Maybe there's going to be a 2070 that will have GDDR5X, whereas right now that's only reserved for the GTX 1080 and the Titan X.
Obviously, got to up it for the 2070
and perhaps the 1080 Ti when that finally launches.
But this is pointed out in chat. I'm sorry it scrolled by too fast. So I missed who's. Edward Productions said this, and I saw somebody else said it too. But like, why 2080? Like they could do like 1170 and 1180.
That's true. They don't have to just change the first digits. They could easily do 11.
They could change another digit.
That sounds way better. 1180.
1180.
Yeah, why go with
2080? Yeah, right. It rolls off the tongue a little bit more.
Yeah, it totally does.
1180. If there's like a high level NVIDIA marketing person watching right now, just totally is the case.
Your move.
Obviously,
do the right thing.
We're just feeding you gold right here. This comes straight from the public, from the people. This is what the people want.
Give them what they want.
That or just launch 1080 Ti. At least.
Yeah, exactly.
Give us that.
Give us that.
Okay.
So back to Volta though. So that's all fun and dandy. Yeah. That should be launching later this year, according to the rumors. Back to Volta is going to feature GDDR6 memory.
Oh.
As well as HBM2.
That's one louder, isn't it?
It is.
Louder?
Louder is in better?
That's referencing Spinal Tap.
Oh, 211.
Yeah.
This guy's toast.
It's better when you just roll through it, though. You have to point it out. I feel like it's deflated somehow.
Maybe you just need to think of better references.
Maybe you need to be more familiar with goddamn Spinal Tap. And get the freaking reference.
Fuck you guys. Yes. So the GV104 is to replace the GP104 with a cut-down variant serving the $400 segment.
This will be for the GTX 3080. Right? 3080?
No, this would be like the 3070.
3070.
Like the 2070. If they do go with like the 20 series.
Well, if it's 104,
it's
that would be
Volta.
for the. I mean, GP 104 is what
That's
they're
like
using
what
for
they're
the
using.
1080 and 1070.
Well, yeah, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. So yeah, 1070 and 1080 would both be applicable to that GPU, and then we've got the fully enabled for the high end, which I guess would be the 1080. The GV 102 would replace what we currently have as the 1080 Ti, speculatively, and the Titan X.
Losing track of all these.
And the Titan X. So the GV 102 obviously is more for the enthusiast grade of gamers.
No, it'd be 3050, the GTX 3050, and the GTX 3050
I guess
Ti.
it would be 3 if they are going with 20
would
series
be
with
what the
Pascal
GV
refresh.
102 is for.
Yeah.
You gotta get all this straight. It makes perfect sense.
The 3080 Ti and the what would it be then? The Titan X3?
The 3080 Ti would be GV 100, I believe. No, yeah, GV 100. But they've done 200 sometimes too. No. So that would be what. So okay. Wait.
No.
I'm like a doctor or a guru or something when it comes to Nvidia's naming schemes. So here's what it comes down to, right?
Dr. Paul.
We have Volta, we have Pascal, we have a Pascal refresh. The Pascal refresh
Is gonna
would
be 20 series?
Would be 20 series. We're assuming that right now, or it might be like 1100 or something like that. But the code names, though, the code names are important here. So it would be GP 204 would be the GPU for like the 2080 and the 2070. GP 200 would be for the 2080 Ti, and GP 205 I think or whatever for like the lesser ones like the 2050 and those. And then for Vega, I almost said Vega, Volta. Wow, it's gonna be Vega versus Volta.
I know. I made that mistake earlier.
It's
I slipped that up earlier.
Oh, I need to start thinking of
ago.
alliteration with V words.
Vega Volta, Vega Volta, Vega Volta.
Very Vega Volta video. Haha!
It's vaguely Vega Volta.
Vega's voltage vindicated violently.
In Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh boy.
So you got voluptuous. That's a good one. Okay.
I must protect.
I lost track of what we were talking about.
So okay, there's the GV, which is the Volta 102 GPU. The GV 102 is going to replace the GP 102, which is currently found in the Titan X and the GTX 1080 Ti.
Obviously.
And that's probably going to be the one that a
102,
lot of enthusiasts are going to go for.
Okay.
A lot of enthusiasts who, if you have a night, or if you are like really keen on the GTX 980 Ti and you're planning to get a 1080 Ti when it comes out, if it ever does, because you just knew what a great value the 980 Ti was, then that's probably the GPU that you most care about right now is the GV 102. Where the hell are you going?
More beer.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
What do you want?
A little something sounds good.
What?
A little something. Just give me a little something. So the GV 102 is probably the one you want your eyes on because that's what's probably going to be, as Paul was saying, the 3080 Ti. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'd rather much prefer it to be the 1280 Ti. Because after the Pascal refresh would be the 1180 Ti. Then you have the 1280 Ti. See, that just rolls off the tongue. It's effortless. But the GV 110 will be built purely for professional market. It'll be used for like AI and deep learning and all that sort of thing, which is why I don't really care about it too much. But it's there. Let's move on to our next story. We've spent a lot of time on this.
Okay.
Just analyzing different naming conventions for
We're
NVIDIA.
educating people.
I suppose we are. I don't have my bottle opener because they are on my keychain, and I give my keys to the tow truck guy. Thank you. Weird. It's weird not having my keys. Wait, I'm using this wrong. I
No,
swear.
it's the easiest. You don't need to open it at all.
Oh, a twist?
This is the best bottle opener of all time.
What?
Wine opener.
What do you mean you don't need to open it? Oh, I see. Ah.
This is the best model.
Well,
for
you handed
wine.
it to me while it was already open.
It's
so
got
I
a
just
it's
figured.
got a double angled here for the wine opening, so you can get one and then two if you need to.
Yeah.
It's got a nice slicer there and everything.
Where'd you
and,
get that?
I stole it from my friend Chad. These are both for you, by the way. We're drinking in pairs.
Oh, these are both for me?
Yeah, that way you can fill the bottle or the glass.
My wife's picking me up tonight, so I can drink as much as I want.
I pointed that out earlier in the show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Here, stop having me. Brilliant.
It's okay to realize it again, though. It's like waking up and like thinking it's a weekday and then realizing it's Saturday or something like that.
Oh, that's the best. It's just as good as it is bad when you do the opposite. Yep.
Oh yeah, that always sucks. All right, what are we talking about?
Next, Ryzen speculation on price. This is from Guru 3D.
It's
but
like
they
my
were citing
video.
Yes, it is like your recent video. Go check that out on Paul's channel.
I was cheating.
The Chip Hell website from China has leaked some new info on Ryzen pricing and its release. Again, grain of salt here. There are some bio bugs apparently with the motherboard manufacturers, which is potentially disrupting Ryzen availability at launch. So it looks like the 8-core SKUs will be released first, still in late February, so that's good. With the 4-core variants coming months later, up to 4 months delayed.
Oh, that's significant.
That's
a long
insane.
time.
If this rumor's true, it's absolutely insane.
That
but
sucks.
at least we'll get the 8-core enthusiast SKUs first. I'm okay with that because I'm probably going to pick one of those up if AMD doesn't send me one. Pricing was also released in this leak, and again, grain of salt, $580 to $720 US for 8-core chips, which is not quite as low as we've been speculating or would like to see, to be honest. I think we were all kind of aiming or hoping for the $500 price point, and maybe under if we could get lucky, but there's no 4-core pricing mentioned at the time, nor is there any 6-core parts listed in this leak. So
if this is accurate, I'm going to be pretty proud of myself.
because you anticipated what
I
580
called
720?
for the 8 cores. I called 500 and 650. And
Okay,
this isn't too
relatively
far. It's
close.
about 70-80 bucks more
Yeah,
per chip.
sure.
But I'd be if I got within 100 bucks like for like the 8 cores or whatever, I'd be like,
yeah,
but this is obviously part of the rumor mill segments here on Kyle's half of Awesome Hardware. So
is that you just don't know?
you never can tell.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say that
Actually,
your speculation
you
is probably
can
more
tell
accurate than chip
after
health.
some time goes by. Then you can tell. We find out for sure.
I'd love to like.
Never's not the right word.
No, you're right.
Never speak in absolutes.
I was thinking about that quote today. It's like that's like Paul's favorite quote.
I know.
It's a good one.
The only thing I've ever come up with that I feel like is actually like
Worth quoting. It's like quotable.
I put that in my gravestone.
No respect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I should-
Paul's dead. Not. Or is he? All right. Intel Xeon Kaby Lake CPU specs. So Kaby Lake as a family, as a whole, on the kind of gamer side,
Is this still a rumor?
yeah,
Okay.
has pretty much all been released. But the Xeon chips in the Kaby Lake family have not. They've not been listed yet. So now we have our first leak, or one of our first leaks, on the E3 1200 server chips. So all you networking guys out there might be a bit more excited about this. There's going to be 8 4-core Kaby Lake Xeon SKUs that are released. 2 of them will not be hyper-threaded, but the other 6 will support hyper-threading. The
Okay.
entire range starts at 3 gigahertz, all the way up to 3.9 gigahertz on the fastest SKU. We are unsure if that's in reference to the base or boost clock. So
This is such a professional show.
it really is, and I think that's why everyone needs it. It's like, oh my god, how like do I have any brain cells left after watching 2 hours of this
I don't
dribble,
know.
of this absolute
I don't
garbage?
understand.
I don't either. You guys are champs. You guys are troopers. You're good sports. You're alright.
Best.
You're alright. So all the chips are either 72 or 73 watts TDP wise. The 73 watt variants have an integrated graphics chip. So they'll be rocking an Intel HD 9630 at 1150 megahertz. So that's nice. You'll be able to connect video out directly from the motherboard if you want to take advantage of that. All the SKUs will get 8 megabytes of L3 cache. That's one thing that those Xeon processors always had a huge leg up on the rest of the non-server chips, is that they had a shit ton of L3 cache.
I believe that's the same as the 7700K.
Is it 8? Oh, shit. I thought it was like...
I could be wrong.
No, you're probably wrong. I have a bad memory. Goldfish memory. But if you guys were interested in Xeon specs for KB Lake, there you go. And
What is nice about some of the Xeons, although I'm sure it will definitely come down to pricing, is at least with some past generations, you've been able to get a 4-core, 8-thread chip for significantly less than what you'd have to pay for like what used to be a 4790K.
and they're still
like
decent for gaming.
6700K.
They'll still work pretty well for gaming too.
Yes, I was right. 7700K.
Still has 8.
8 megs shared L3 cache.
Well, fuck me in the ass. I'm totally wrong. Sorry for that mistake, guys.
Okay.
I must have been talking. Oh, you know what? Maybe the 7050K video. Sometimes I get things switched around.
Oh yeah, that one's cut down.
Yes. All right, let's move on to our next rumor. This is the last rumor for Rumor Mill, which is about Skylake X and KB Lake X. Several details have been leaked. This is again an article from WCCF Tech. They've reposted it thanks to Benchlife. Benchlife is the original owner of this leak.
Good old bench life.
The original leaker. They took a long, big leak on the internet with this information. It's basically there's a projected launch for Intel's enthusiast-grade Skylake X and KB Lake X.
Gamescom?
That's going to be at Gamescom come August of this year.
August?
Relatively soon.
That's after Computex.
Yes, so we probably won't get any X series parts or enthusiast-grade new chips from Intel in June, which is unfortunate, but August isn't too far away from that. Gamescom is a big event. I could see why they would release it during that. It takes place in Germany annually, and the launch lineup is expected to include 4 SKUs on the X299 platform, which will be supporting both KB Lake X and Skylake X. All chips on 14nm process node. KB Lake X chips may have a slight advantage due to their process optimizations in recent months. Better clock speeds with reduced power consumption and all that sort of thing. The 4 SKUs will include a 10-core, an 8-core, a 6-core, and a 4-core. The 10, 8, and 6-core variants based on the Skylake will be based on the Skylake architecture, and the 4-core on KB Lake. So obviously Skylake X is going to be a little bit more for the high-end enthusiast.
This is weird.
Why?
It's just...
It's a weird rumor.
I don't know. I mean, if these are true, alright, yes, you're right. Most of these have been rumors coming out about Skylake X and KB Lake X, but like a quad core on this platform?
Well, KB Lake X, though, if they are releasing a KB Lake X, then it makes sense that they wouldn't fuck around with more cores, because they're already that would take a lot more.
This chart is saying that the quad core has 46 PCIe Gen 3 lanes, whereas the 10 core has 44 PCIe or PCI Express Gen 3 lanes. Like this is weird. It's weird to me. But why? So LGA 2066 X299 would be the follow-up, successor to X99.
Yeah.
LGA 2011-3. But why make a quad core for that platform? Most people who are buying into that are doing it specifically because there's not enough available cores on the mainstream platform.
True.
Like, mainstream platform is cheaper and kind of gets you by.
Right.
So if you really need more than that, you got to jump up to this. But why? I don't know. Just
what could it really offer other than higher clock speeds? You know what I mean?
Or I'm sure it would have to cost less. Maybe it's gonna be very fast. I guess if it was very fast, then
I don't know. Could you clock it to 5.5 gigahertz or something like that? Would that be even worth any of this time?
I don't know.
No, I agree. If you're going the enthusiast route, your main concern or your main priority is cores for the most part. You don't buy the 6950X because you want to use it. You do it for rendering purposes, or at least that's what you use it for. So I don't know. Maybe there's just a really niche market with KB Lake X that we don't really understand at the moment. But again, this is all hearsay. So I'm speculating over a bunch of nothing.
We're tearing ourselves apart over just lies.
Tearing
Lies.
me apart, Lisa!
Damn it, WCCF Tech.
Damn it!
Stop toying with our emotions.
Alright, so there's a bunch of other stuff here. You guys can read the article. Go read the article. I'm not going to talk too much more about it.
Yeah,
Let's
read.
move on to our next segment. Actually, our last segment here, which is news. Seems like I've been talking about news this whole time, but this is specifically news. This does not relate to rumors.
This is newsy news.
This is newsy news where you can actually confide and be like, yes, that actually happened or is going to happen. It's not a rumor. It's not speculation. This is fact. So, perfectly timed burp there.
Oh, we're neck and neck, by the way. This is also $7 at 5%.
Oh.
Drinking Kirkland signature
of the
beer
second
because I went to Costco today.
Yeah, Costco's the shit.
This is the double block.
Have you had their pizza and their hot dogs?
Yes. Not for a while. I mean,
No, it's not like I eat it on the reg.
yeah.
But I mean, every now and then.
Well, back when we were still at Newegg, and we'd go out to eat lunch, and every once in a while, it's like you just go to Costco
Oh yeah.
and get a hot dog for lunch.
For like
Be
$1.50.
Be like the nutrition value that probably wasn't really there, but I just spent like $2 on lunch, and I'm
Yeah.
fine. I'm fine until dinner.
But you know what? The calorie count was there, so you were like full
Yeah.
for a good portion of time throughout the day, and you know you weren't like parched afterwards.
And they use
Something. It's healthy.
actually no, I don't
Basically
think they used to use Hebrew National hot dogs there,
Oh,
which
yeah.
are the best hot dogs.
Right.
Um,
Kosher.
but I think they might have switched. I
Oh,
don't think that. Yeah, I think they have like some Costco brand now that they use. It's a lie.
Anti-Semitic bastards.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about our first very exciting,
Anti-Semitic.
very exciting news for the PC gaming hardware market. It has finally exceeded, or it's hit the $30 billion
Yeah.
mark. For the first time ever, this was reported by the distinguished research and consulting firm JPR.
Oh, John Petty.
John Petty. The forecast is to grow at a 6% CAGR, which is compound annual growth rate. You learn something new every day. Through 2019, the Asia Pacific region is leading in the world for growth and market size. However, North America